Well, tens of thousands of New Jersey homeowners who now have damage from Ida will be filing insurance claims as they try to repair and replace what was lost. News 12's Walt Kane tonight with important information. He's in your corner with some expert advice on how to navigate this process.
When your home is damaged by a storm, it can turn your world upside down. But insurance experts say before you start tearing out that wet carpet, be sure to get photos of the damage. You'll need the evidence later.
You want to document the loss because this is going to determine what your insurance claim payout is going to be.
So the temptation, obviously, is you've had damage, you want to clean stuff up, you want to throw it out. You want to, though, pause and make sure that you document the loss before you.
Yes, and I would take it a step further. I would not throw anything out immediately unless you've already spoken with your insurer. Yes.
Also, know your coverage. Homeowners insurance generally covers all wind damage. That includes tornadoes or any other storm. But flooding is a different story. Flood damage is typically not covered unless you have a separate flood insurance policy.
When you think about flood, you got to think about water coming from the ground up. So a lot of the things that we're seeing in the last 24 hours where rivers and creeks overflow, that's going to be covered generally under a flood insurance policy.
But there's one key exception. If your sump pump couldn't handle the torrential rains, that may be covered by homeowners insurance. Check your policy for details. And since this won't be our last severe storm, Barry urges all homeowners to consider buying flood insurance for the future. If you're outside a flood zone, it's optional, but you might be able to get $250,000 of coverage for just a few $100 a year.
Just because you're not near the Atlantic Ocean or Long Island Sound doesn't mean that it might not flood near you. So a flood insurance policy is certainly something to look into.
Finally, here's a question I get asked anytime we have a severe storm. A tree falls on your house, but it's your neighbor's tree. Who's responsible and who files the claim? The answer, according to insurance experts, whoever has the damage files the claim. So if it's your house, you file, regardless of whose tree it is. Then let the insurance companies work it out. In your corner, I'm Walt Kane, News 12.